The message came through while she was in the shower. Her phone lit up on the nightstand, face down, like always. I wasn't snooping. I was charging mine. The vibration was short, controlled. Not a spam tremor, a human one. I didn't pick it up. I didn't need to. The preview glowed against the wood. Just enough. Phase 1 is tonight. Don't panic. No sender name. Just a group icon I'd never seen before. My chest didn't tighten. That came later. I stood there listening to the water run, watching steam crawl under the bathroom door like a slow confession. 12 years of marriage teaches you patterns. Teaches you when something doesn't belong. Her laugh had changed months ago. Shorter. Practiced. Her questions had shifted too. What would you do if something ever happened? Casual hypotheticals with surgical timing. The phone vibrated again. This time, curiosity wasn't weakness. It was confirmation. I turned it over. The group title sat at the top like a verdict. Operation Freedom. Getting her out. I didn't blink. Didn't breathe too deep. Names followed. Her mother. Her sister. A cousin I never trusted. And one number with no contact saved. The messages scrolled themselves in my mind before my finger even moved. He doesn't suspect a thing. Make sure finances are locked before he reacts. Phase 1. Separation narrative. Phase 2. Legal pressure. I locked the screen before the shower stopped. When she came out, wrapped in a towel, humming like nothing in the world was shifting beneath our feet, I kissed her forehead. She smiled. That was when I knew. Not because of the plan, but because she believed I was already gone. That night, she slept easily. I didn't. I replayed the last year with a new lens. The sudden interest in my passwords, her insistence on simplifying accounts, the way her family started visiting more, asking questions that sounded supportive but felt audited. I didn't confront her. Men who confront lose leverage. Instead, I listened. Over the next weeks, I watched her rehearse independence, like a role she'd already been cast in. Therapy suggestions, soft complaints about feeling trapped, a quiet rewriting of our history. Inside me, something stayed very still. I checked records, cloud logins, shared folders. That unsaved number? A lawyer. Not hers. Theirs. I moved slowly, silently. Assets first, then access, then narratives. I let her believe Phase 1 was hers to execute, because by the time she tried to free herself, I wanted her to discover. She'd never been the one holding the key. She chose a Thursday. They always do, close enough to the weekend to feel brave, far enough from Monday to delay consequences. Dinner was quiet. Too quiet. She didn't touch her food, kept glancing at her phone like it was a script she'd memorized but still feared forgetting. When she finally spoke, her voice had that rehearsed softness. Therapist approved. Family tested. I think I need some space. There it was. Phase 1. I nodded slowly, as if I were hearing it for the first time. As if my pulse hadn't already walked this road 100 times. Of course, I said. One sentence. No questions. That confused her. She continued anyway. Talked about growth, independence, how her family supported her journey. She avoided the word divorce like it might bite. When she finished, she waited. For anger. For panic. I stood up instead. Went to the study. Opened the drawer she didn't know existed. Returned with a folder. Set it between us. Her eyes followed it like a threat. Before you pack, I said calmly, you should read this. She laughed once, nervous, then opened it. Bank statements first. Accounts she thought were joint, now restructured. Properties transferred. Trusts activated. Her smile collapsed in stages. What is this? She whispered. Security, I replied. Her fingers shook as she turned pages faster. Password change confirmations. Revoked access notices. A signed affidavit from my attorney, dated 3 weeks earlier. You can't do this, she said. I already did. That's when she understood. Not the paperwork. The timing. You knew? Her voice cracked. How long? I finally looked at her. Since the group chat, I said. Since Operation Freedom. The color drained from her face like someone pulled a plug. She tried to speak. Failed. Tears came instead. Real ones this time. Not part of the plan. My family planned, I finished. You followed. Silence filled the room. Heavy. Final. She reached for my hand. I stood back. There's more, I said, sliding one last page forward. A printed message thread. The unsaved number. The lawyer admitting strategy. Pressure tactics. Asset freezes. Her mother's voice in text. Make sure he's powerless before you tell him. She broke then. Not dramatically. Quietly. I didn't stay to watch. I left the house keys on the table. Not because I had to. Because I wanted nothing tying me there. Weeks later, the divorce papers came. Lean, efficient, toothless. Her family stopped calling. She sent one message. You ruined everything. I didn't reply. Because the truth was simpler. She had tried to leave a man she thought was asleep, and woke up to discover I'd already left, with everything that mattered still firmly in my hands.